good to come to Oriel Park and get a win. We had to ride our luck a little bit second half. Not a huge amount of saves to make from James Talbot. We had to defend well when called upon, because they're a big side and we're the opposite to a certain degree. So, but I thought we got ahead in the game. We done well to maintain that lead. We possibly could have done better on the counter-attack on a number of occasions. We probably lacked a little bit of composure at times, but I can't fault the boys' effort. They were first class tonight, and I suppose that little bit of luck that we got at the end, maybe with I don't know, it flashed around the box. There's possibly a penalty claim for Dundalk, but we got a little bit of luck towards the end, like I said, and we've come away 1-0 winners.
Is it like last week Dundalk had quite a lot of chances, but I think James only had to make maybe one big save?
Yeah, it didn't have a huge amount of saves to make, and when you consider, like, they hit one, off the crossbar early in the first half, and it's just literally that they're a big side and we're a small enough side. So we didn't. James hasn't worked a huge amount in the half or in the game, and listen, we're delighted to get our season up and running, because it is the fourth game in. We've put that to bed now, and hopefully we can follow it up next week down in Warford.
You've got a few new signings. How long before you think everyone's bedded in?
It will take time. Not all of them are playing at the moment as well, so it does take time. Like Tariq Wilson comes in for his first start tonight, and thought Tariq was excellent, so it's taken Ali Coote a little bit of time, but I think you can see his quality in the middle of the park there again this evening. Geordie Kelly's been doing really well for us, so and he's had chances in all the games. And obviously we've got some boys in the stand today, Bastian, to come into the team when called upon. Rory Feely came on in the second half and done really well for Andy Lyons, and I thought, you're going to rely upon the squad. Of course, the season will come into a congestion period next week after the Waterford game, where we play Waterford, Sligo Rovers in the week. So you've got to have everybody fit and ready, and hopefully ready to come in, put in performances like tonight, and maybe if we can do that a little bit more, we can start picking up results.
They made quite a lot of changes in the second half. Like, there was 4 strikers almost on the pitch at some stage. Were you sort of constantly evaluating what they were doing, or was it more about keeping your own sort of discipline and shape, I suppose?
Well, we had to counteract it, bringing on Kieran Kelly a little bit, and bringing on Dawson Devoy. That was just legs for Wardy. Dawson coming on. Dawson is very, very tidy in possession, and can keep the ball for us under a little bit of pressure. So Kieran coming on, it was like I said, they brought on a lot of Macmillan. They brought on Junior, brought on O'Kane. So they did a lot of changes, and what we could have done better in terms of the transition is try and hurt them a little bit more in the counter attack, because I think they were there. Their shape was a little bit out of balance. As a result of bringing on so many attacking players. So, but listen, we had to react. Of course we did, and we've got away with it. We haven't got away with it. They haven't worked our goalkeeper ultimately enough in the game, and that's what we haven't done in some of the other games so far. So we've got ahead. We got a penalty. Ross Tierney shows his energy and plays on the front foot, and that's what he brings to the team. And he gets taken down for the penalty. So we go ahead and we stay ahead, which is really pleasing to keep a clean sheet.
Just go back to Georgie there. You're saying for whatever reason it didn't really happen from here, and Pat's was 6 months. He looks like a fella who's going to get into develop now, is he? Have you seen him develop in the last few months?
Georgie's been really good since he's come in. His attitude's been really good. He does everything right to try and be a player. His attitude is good. He's a conscientious type, is that how I say it? And he's very diligent about being a professional footballer, and he's a clever boy, Georgie. He thinks about the game sometimes maybe too much, and hopefully he'll be a real asset for us. And I think you can see that his hold of play tonight was excellent. He links the game really well for us back to goal, and brings others into the game, and hopefully if we can continue to try and provide the right service, Georgie will continue to be a source of goals for us. I thought last week he took his goal. There was a disallowed goal in the game last week. He took it really, really well. That's a sign of a striker in confidence. Obviously it was chalked off, it didn't count. I don't know whether we were at the game, but I saw it back. But he took it really, really well, and he's had chances in the other games too, and tonight he gets a penalty. So hopefully that can continue, that Georgie continues to thrive with us.
There have been some questions about the front three, obviously leaving, Danny Grant leaving as well, of course.
Who's questioned?
Sorry?
You questioned, or
That's just general.
is there?
Generally,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
But yeah, do you feel like in the final third it's starting to gel a little bit more?
Well, listen, we're very much still a work in progress. I mean, we've got some new fellas coming in, and when you lose Chris Twardick and Danny Grant and Andre Wright out of your team, that's they were key players for us last year. And Danny Grant got a move that he deserved. He was under 21. He was a young player of the year last year, an under 21 international as a result of his performances with us. Andre Wright had an option to stay in the UK, so he moved back home. And Chris Twardick got a move to Poland, so in the Premier Division in Poland. So yeah, it can be difficult to replace them, but we have replaced them with different types of players. So we're working with them, we're working hard with them, we're trying to help them, and trying to understand their strengths, their weaknesses, understand how we want to try and play, and it will take a little bit of time. But I thought if you look at the team tonight, Keith Ward works ever so hard. Keith gives you real honesty, and is a good character and good for our group. And Liam works ever so hard. He shows his quality at times, and we need Liam to probably influence the game a little bit more if we possibly can.
You can see him on the right though. He's starting to
very good tonight. He is quick. He's got quality, and he hasn't played football for quite a while, so it will take a little bit of time for him. Georgie has got 2 goals now, and probably could have a couple of goals more. So he's settled in really well, and we're pleased with how he's playing. He's been a focal point for the team. Him and Ross Tierney have set up a nice little partnership with Rossi, giving us that energy off the number 9. So. Yeah, listen, we've got our season up and running finally after 4 games. A win up here at any time is a good result. So Dundalk are under a little bit of pressure coming into the game. We're under a little bit of pressure because of results and performances. So we're pleased tonight to get a good performance, a good win, and hopefully we can follow it up next week with with a good performance down in Waterford next Friday night.
Yeah, touch on that Waterford game now. This will give the whole squad a big boost now going into that.
Hopefully it will, yeah, absolutely. So the boys will be feeling good about themselves tonight. It's a confidence booster coming here, and it doesn't matter who you are and how experienced you are, or what club or team you play for. Confidence is a huge thing in sport, and only winning games can give you that. And tonight we won, and it's a great little boost for the boys to go down the road with 3 points.
For sure. Thanks so much for your time, Keith. Really appreciate it. Thank you.